Namaste, Yogi. Good morning. It's your free spirit yogi Moni here with another day of yoga. Going to work on that transformation of mind, body, and spirit. Thanks so much for being with me this morning. So, today I would love to do a traditional Surya Namaskar where we'll also throw in a couple of dynamic poses. Today's going to be a very fluid, we're going to do a lot of movement. It's a very flowy yoga practice. What is it? It's going to be more of a vinyasa yoga practice today. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good because we're going to get the blood pumping. We're going to be moving our bodies. We're going to be expanding. We're going to be moving nice and fluidly and trying some new poses. Yesterday, we did more kind of like a hatha style where we're just kind of holding things, breathing, and just really building up heat. But today, we're going to flow and let everything move. So before we get started, I feel like since we're going to be doing so much movement, to get a kind of like a grounding and like intention set for our day. And I've learned that with yoga, it's really good to set intention and say why you're doing yoga. Like, who are you doing this in honor of? Why are you doing this yoga today? Who do you want to give praise to, send love to? Um, all of those wonderful things that come with the full embodiment of yoga, because it's all about uniting yourself with your higher self. It's all about connection. And with that connection also comes us expanding gratitude and connection to those who are not near us but are still dear to us. So I'd love to start off with setting intention with a quick meditation before we get started to really focus on who we are doing yoga for and intentionally setting the mood towards that individual. All right, so go ahead and get in a comfortable position. I'm sitting on my poof, so that could be a little higher for my video with you all, but please, find anywhere that's comfortable for you, maybe sitting on the floor, cross-legged, even sitting in a chair, your couch. You can lay down, whatever is comfortable for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get comfortable. I'm gonna just cross my ankles. I'm going to go ahead and sit my hands on top of my thighs with the palms up. And next thing I'm going to say is let's go ahead and just take a couple of comfortable, normal breaths. Nothing too extreme here. Just breathe in, breathe out as normal. And just listen to your breathing. Connect to your breathing. Now I want you to just continue to focus on your breathing. Breathe in and out comfortably. No deep breaths, no sighs, just your normal breathing pattern. And I want you to think about why it is that you do yoga. Why do you yoga? Who are you joining within yourself? Who is the present and who is the higher self within you? And how can you combine them? Now I want you to think about who it is that you want to dedicate this yoga practice to. Who are you honoring today? Why are you honoring them? And how do you plan to continue to honor them from today and on? Take a couple of deep breaths in. Go ahead and breathe in. And a nice sigh out. Breathe in. And a nice sigh out. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart. Just go ahead and give a little bow in the neck to those that we are honoring today. Give thanks for everything they've done for us, for you, for me, for all of us. And go ahead and open your eyes. And let's get started. All right, Yogi. Now that we've set our intention, let's go ahead and get started on our Surya Namaskar beginner yoga with some dynamic moves thrown in there as well. Okay, give me 1 second. I just have to adjust my camera here. There we go. All right, that is better. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with, well, since we're going to be standing for most of this routine, let's go ahead and start with just some standing stretches. So go ahead and pull your hands overhead, and we're going to go to the right, center, left, center, back to the right, center, and to the left. Center. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your arms down. We're going to raise them up again overhead and bring them back down. One more time, raise them overhead and we're going to bring them down. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our arms as a T, and you're going to just turn and look over your shoulder. Come back to center. Now we're going to go over the left shoulder. Back to center, right shoulder. Back to center and left shoulder. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop your arms. Again, raise them overhead. Breathe. Lower. Again, overhead. Breathe. Exhale. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go ahead and just do a quick little leg stretch here. You're going to bring your right knee up to your chest and hold. Flex your foot a couple of times. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch. We go ahead and bring up your left foot. hold. Flex your foot a couple of times. Very good. Again, the right leg, knee to chest, hold. All right, and our left leg. Beautiful. All right, one more time, hands overhead. Okay, Yogi, I think we're warmed up. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, like I said, we're going to do a traditional Surya Namaskar, our sun salutations. We're going to throw in some dynamic poses in between, but that's going to be the basis of our flow today. So go ahead and bring your hands up. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and have your fingertips on the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. And we're going to step back with our right foot. Lower your back knee. And we're going to come up into our first move here, which is a high lunge. You're going to push those hips forward, arch your back, reach back, feeling that nice stretch between the thighs and the back. You're going to bring your hands back down. Step your left foot back into plank. Hold here for 2 breaths. Chaturanga down, belly on the mat. We're going to just come up for a nice little soft cobra here to get warmed up, arching that back, feeling that. Very nice. Go ahead and curl your toes in, press back up to plank, raise your hips, downward facing dog. Hold here. Go ahead and roll forward, bring up that left foot, your right foot. You're going to bring down your left knee again with the lunge here, pushing your hips forward. Getting an even stretch out on the left side now. And you're going to bring your hands back down. Come back up into your standing lunge, and we're going to bring our left foot to meet our right foot at the top of our mat. In our forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold. We're going to roll our body up vertebrae by vertebrae and bring the arms up and hands to heart. All right, we're going to do the same thing on the left side now. Ready? Go ahead and raise your arms up, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fingertips on the mat. This time we're going to step back with our left foot, and our left knee is going to go ahead and touch the mat. And we're going to do a forward lunge here, high lunge here, or forward lunge, pushing those hips forward, bringing hands down to mat, and stepping that right foot back into our high plank. Hold here for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chaturanga down, belly on the mat. Once again, we're going to just keep our little baby cobra here. Not doing too much, making sure that belly stays flat on the mat with the arch in the back. Beautiful. Go ahead and curl your toes under, lift up to plank, and back into downward facing dog. Holding for 2 breaths. Go ahead and bring your left foot forward with your right knee on the mat, raising your arms up, pressing your hips forward. Very good. Bringing your hands back down, and you're going to bring that right foot to the top of your mat, meeting your left foot. Forward fold here, halfway lift, forward fold. And let's go ahead and roll ourselves up, bringing hands overhead, arch back, hands to heart. All right, beautiful. That was our first one. This time we're going to add on a little bit more. So let's go ahead and arch back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands on shins. Forward fold, fingertips on mat. Go ahead and step back with your right foot, with the right knee touching the mat. We're going to go ahead and push our hips forward. Oh, hey, 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 be careful. Sorry. Push our hips forward, putting your hands back on the mat. And this time we're going to take our right hand and place it next to our foot. And we're going to raise our left arm and get a nice stretch here. All right, go ahead and bring it back down. And then we're going to step our left foot back into our plank. Hold here. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out, down chaturanga. Belly on the mat. This time we're going to go for an upward facing dog, bringing those thighs up off the mat and pushing our whole body up, chest out, feet flat, pushing the hips down. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll the toes under, and we're going to go into our downward facing dog. Go ahead and step forward with your right foot, keeping your right foot, keeping your left hand on the mat. We're going to raise up with a side lift. Right arm up. And bring it back down. And we're going to bring our left foot up to meet our right foot at the top of our mat. In our forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, and we're going to roll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, hands overhead, and back down to heart. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So go ahead and raise your arms up, arch back, forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold. This time step back with your left foot, bringing your left knee to the mat, raising your arms up and pushing your hips forward, getting that nice dynamic stretch there. Keeping your fingers nice and bright, bringing your hands back down. Here we're going to raise our left knee up and keeping our right hand next to our left hand next to our right foot. We're going to raise up to the sky. That feels so good. Go ahead and hold, breathe, Yogi. Don't forget to breathe. Go ahead and release your hand back down. Step back with your right foot, hold in plank. And chaturanga down. Exhale, Yogi. Belly on the mat. Go ahead and push up to your upward facing dog. And we're going to go into our downward facing dog. And we're going to bring our left foot forward. With our left foot on the ground and our right hand next to our left foot, we're going to go ahead and raise up our left arm. Go ahead and bring it back down to the mat. Go ahead now, you're going to bring your right foot forward to meet your left here in your forward fold. Go ahead and do a halfway lift and forward fold. And we're going to just roll our bodies up, vertebrae by vertebrae, hands overhead and back to heart. Beautiful. All right, yogis, now we're going to add in a little bit more spice. So we're going to go ahead and go hands up into chair pose. We're going to hold our chair. Breathe. And we're going to go ahead and raise back up. Arch. arch back, forward fold, hands on the mat, halfway lift, hands on the mat, and we're going to step back with our right foot again, bringing that knee down to the mat and pushing those hips forward, reaching back. And then we're going to place our hands on the mat, and we're going to do a half split here to where you're just going to push your hips back and reach your hands forward and try to just hold this here without tilting. All right, we're going to come back up. You're going to step your left foot back into plank. Hold here. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale on your way down. Chaturanga, belly on the mat. Going to go ahead with our upward facing dog. And our downward facing dog. Breathe, Yogi. Go ahead and roll up. Step that right foot forward and bringing your left knee down to the mat. Bringing your arms up, pushing those hips forward. Go ahead and bring your hands back down. We're going to do our half split on the right side this time. Try to get your hands up towards your heel. Really feel that stretch. Go ahead and transition back into a lunge. Excuse me. And you're going to bring your left foot forward and fold over, halfway lift, forward fold. And you're going to just roll yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing hands overhead and back down to heart. Beautiful. All right, Yogi, here we go again. We're going to go ahead and start in that chair pose. Hold. Make sure you're breathing. You're keeping strong right here in your core. And if you can go a little lower this time, go ahead and go a little bit lower. Making sure your feet are planted on the ground really nicely. All four corners of your feet are being used here. And you're going to go ahead and shoot back up into our mountain pose. Go ahead and reach your arms back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fingers on the mat. And we're going to go ahead and step back with our left foot this time. Bringing your knee to the mat, and you're going to go ahead and push your hips forward, reaching your arms back. Go ahead and bring your hands down. We're going to go ahead and lift up. I'm sorry, I have a piece of hair here that's like stuck on my lip. It's so annoying. Go ahead and reach up into your pose here. This time you're going to kick your left foot back. And we're going to go into a half moon. If this is in your practice today, awesome. If not, you can just stay here with both fingers on the mat. Or if you want, you can go into the half moon pose and bring your arm up. I'm not sturdy enough today to turn my head to look to the side. But if you have it in your practice, go ahead. Oh, actually, here we go. So we're going to hold here. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring your left hand back down. Slowly lower your left foot down, bringing that left knee back to the mat. And we're going to go ahead and push the hips forward, feeling that stretch there. Bringing your right foot back into plank. Hold here for 2 breaths. Go ahead and lower your body down, chaturanga, belly on the mat, and we're gonna go into our upward facing dog. And then our downward facing dog. Go ahead and roll forward, bring that left foot to the top of your mat. Having your, bringing that left foot to the top of your mat. And this time we're going to kick our right foot up, doing our half moon on the right side this time. Again, if it's in your practice, go ahead and raise your arm. If not, you can stay with both hands on the mat. Slowly turn your gaze to the right. Slowly turn your gaze to the right. I think I'm going to have to stay like this today. I think my feminine or my masculine isn't as strong as my creative today. My creative is definitely in charge of me right now. So I'm going to hold here. You guys go ahead and take it to where your practice will lend you to go today. All right, I'll go ahead and bring the hand back down and then slowly drop your foot back, putting that knee on the mat, raising your arms up, pushing your hips forward. Beautiful. Hands on the mat, and you're going to step up with your right foot. Both feet are going to be at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Hands on shin. Forward fold. And roll yourself up nice and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. All right, hands overhead. Bringing them back to heart. And back into mountain pose. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do one more set on each side. So go ahead and just bear with me. We're getting through it together. Just breathe, Yogi. I know that was a lot of movement there. So let's just go ahead and take a couple of breaths here just to kind of get us back in alignment, back into our intention. And here we go. Take one deep inhale and exhale. All right, here we go, Yogi. Last one. Hands up into chair. Coming back down. We're going to inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with our right foot. This time, instead of dropping our knee to the mat, we're going to go up into our warrior one. Warrior one, foot is twisted out. And so this is high lunge when you're on your toes, but warrior one is foot twisted out and body still facing forward with arms overhead with a nice bend in the knee. So this is our warrior one. And then we're going to go ahead and transition into warrior two. You can keep your head facing the front if that's more comfortable for you, or we can go over the shoulder if it's in your practice today. So go ahead and hold into warrior two. Breathe. Very good. Transition back into warrior one. Now turn that foot so that we're in a high lunge. Bringing your hands down to the mat. Hi. Go ahead and step back with your left foot into your high plank. Hold here. Go ahead and chaturanga down nice and slow. Bringing that belly to mat. And we're going to lift up into our upward facing dog. Those thighs are hugging your thigh bones. Chest is bright. Pressing into your mat with all palms, fingers. And let's go ahead and raise up into downward facing dog. Thank you, buddy. Go ahead and, hey! Jesus. Go ahead and bring your right foot forward. I know I'm not bringing mine correctly. I need to work on that, that flow. But do your best in bringing that right foot forward. And then again, we're going to go into our warrior one. Or excuse me, we're going to go into our high lunge. Twist it. Warrior one. Warrior two. head either facing straight forward, or you could be looking over your shoulder, whatever's comfortable for you. Go ahead and sink into that. Feel that burn. Woo! That is nice. Go ahead and back into warrior one. High lunge. Go ahead and bring your arms down. Step forward if possible into chair pose. Nice deep breath here. Go ahead and drop your hands. Bring them overhead, arch back, hands to heart, back into mountain. All right, yogis, this is our last one. Thanks for hanging with me. We're going to do our left side this time. All right, so nice and strong. Let's finish strong. Standing in our mountain pose. Feet are planted nice and squarely on our mats. Go ahead and lift up into chair pose. Get a nice little seat there in your invisible chair. Take a nice deep breath in, holding in that core. And exhale out. Drop those arms. Bring it overhead. Arch back. Beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and drop forward. Forward fold. We're going to do a halfway lift. Forward fold. This time we're going to step back with our left foot. And like we did before, we're going to go ahead and do another warrior series here. So first up is the high lunge. Then we're going to twist that foot out into our warrior one. And then we're going to drop the arms into warrior two. Go ahead and hold here. And if we want to make it a little spicy, I don't know, I feel like making it a little spicy. Let's go ahead and give a little twist here and bring our left arm over our head. Woo, yeah, that's spicy. Feel that. Oh. Come back up. And we're going to twist back into high lunge. Bringing our hands down to the mat. Stepping that right foot back. Holding for our high plank. Yeah, feeling it, huh? Holding in that high plank. We're going to chaturanga it down. This time, make it nice and slow. It's our last one. We're going to make it a good one. Go ahead and go nice and slow. Feel that. Ooh, yeah. And belly to mat. Beautiful. Go ahead and give a nice strong upward facing dog. Smile. We're almost there. Go ahead and curl those toes under. We're going to now come into our downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Go ahead and roll your body, bringing that left foot forward. Again, we're going to come on up into our high lunge. Roll that foot out into warrior one. And we're going to twist our body into warrior two. Keeping that head turned over the shoulder if you can, or forward if that's in your practice today. Go ahead and hold here. And I believe, like I said, we're going to make it a little spicy. So we went over, bringing the left elbow and reaching the right arm overhead. Woo! Yes! Feel it. Get into that. All right, beautiful souls. Bring it back up into warrior two. Slowly transition your body into warrior one and into that high lunge. Bringing your hands down to the mat. And we're going to step our right foot forward into our forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And we're going to go ahead and just roll our body up nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing our hands over our heads into a nice little arch there. Back down to heart. Now into mountain. Where we're standing strong. We did a beautiful sequence there. Wow, yogis, thanks so much for hanging with me. We made it. I know you're feeling that heart pumping. We're going to go ahead and just take a couple of breaths here to just kind of recenter, regroup, let everything flow. So breathe in, breathe out. Feel that power. Breathe in, breathe out. go ahead and release all of that negative stuff that was built up from yesterday. We fell asleep with a little bit of it left. We just got rid of it all. Go ahead and put your hands up, bring them down one more time, and we're going to just go ahead and slowly sit on our mats, roll ourselves out, and get ready for you know what time it is. Yes, after yoga, we rest. This is why we do it. So go ahead and lay down nice and slowly, bringing your feet out to the width of your mat along with your hands. And just take a nice, comfortable breath. Just breathe normally. Right now we're sending all of that stuff that we don't want, we're sending it out into the universe. We're like, you know what, you take this. We want to just feel good. We want to be happy. We want to walk lightly. So let's let all of that energy that we just built up just flow out of us. So go ahead and lay back, relax, breathe gently, as normal as could be. And I want you to just go ahead and close your eyes and take a couple of minutes for yourself right now to get started for your day in Shavasana. You may even want to go back to the person that you dedicated this workout to and just have a quick little check-in with them and let them know how you're feeling right now. Give them some thanks. Um, um. All right, yogis, start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, feeling the life and the pulse coming back. Take a nice deep breath in, feeling that belly, and exhale out. Belly feel nice and flat. Oh, that was lovely. Go ahead and bring your legs together. Roll over to your right side and just take a minute. It's a new day. You're new today. It's a new start, new beginning. You're coming back as a newborn energy because you did your yoga today. Go ahead and take your left hand. Press yourself up. Smile. You did it. Legs crossed. Beautiful work today, Yogi. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to go ahead and just bring our arms up. We're going to close out with just a little bit of stretch here. Bring your arms up. We're going to go ahead and twist to the right. Go ahead, one more time. Arms up. Twist to the left. And one last time. Exhale. Hands to heart. Oh, that was lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, geez, these guys. I hope that you enjoyed that flow today. Like I said, it was going to be a little spicy, a little bit more flowy, but it definitely got the blood pumping and just really got things moving for us. So I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed leading you in it, of course, as usual and always. And I look forward to seeing you again on the next Yogi with Moni the Yogi live yoga session. Transform your mind, body, and spirit. Until next time, yogis, namaste.